I am exercising my right to be second. Years ago, if they had told me that I would write about the subject I am writing about now by listening to Selena Gomez's song Calm Down, I would have said that you must have lost your mind and then scolded. I say so because among the countless shades and colors of my life's traumas, this was the darkest one. It was a day of terror that reeked of fear and whose stresses I still cannot erase, even though 5 years have passed and I have attended many seasons on this subject. On a sunny autumn day in November 2018, during my son's school preparations, I had received an interesting phone call in a hectic moment. Even though I was too busy to open it, the black gun who opens it absent-mindedly and with a momentary reflex had struggled with me for 3 hours. I had felt like I had been attacked by sharks. The identities and scenario they put forward were based on such a serious basis that anyone in my place would fall into this cruel trap. Just a week ago, I had withdrew my money in dollars from the bank and was visiting real estate agents to buy a house. It was only a matter of moment before I took action. It is debatable how coincidental it was that I came across this black gun at this very moment. I partially know who owns all our personal data and who monitors all our movements, legally or illegally. However, due to the precise timing, I believe my questions will not be answered for years. The top legs of the mafia, called barons, were of course shadow people. The people they used as staff or errand boys were mostly refugees. This detailed information I learned from the police officers was correct, because the fake police officer who confronted me was a 25 years old young man named Mohammed Yusuf, born in Aleppo, Syria. Exactly 2 years after the incident, we had come face to face with this young man, who was caught red-handed while defrauding a rich old woman in Dalaman with the same scenario in the courtroom on the screen he was connected to. Of course, he had desperately denied his crime there too. When I empathize, I can understand why a helpless young man who left the war would embark on such an adventure to survive, even though ethical rules prevail. However, where I stood in this balance of giving and taking was what I was most interested in. Although the money in question had been accumulated in its spirits form for years, it was not an easy ordeal to hand it over to me and watch it evaporate. Moreover, another challenging aspect was that it coincided with the period when I needed it the most. It has been exactly 5 years since the incident, and I am currently summarizing the issue by saying I use my right to be defrauded. It took me 5 years to see that this system works beyond our narrow understanding and is more precise than our faulty scales. We are in a magnificent order in the universe, where even the water that an ant drinks is measured and weighed, whether we are aware of it or not. Had I received this amount, which was the price of a flat for that day, at the right time, moreover just when I was about to resign? Or would I be able to see the goodness and peace if I got the house I was thinking of buying? I don't know. In a dream I had just 2 days before the incident, the Yunus Surah, of my holy book was open, and I remember someone saying this sentence to me in a deep voice. Lay the burden we put on your back to our shores. It was as if I was born to be consoled and even comforted, and I was advised not to get hung up on people and events. We are experiencing these panics and rebellions because we don't take into account the real owner of every beach we think we own. While these non-human creatures who were struggling with me like predatory animals on safari were busy talking nonsense. Knowing that I had been defrauded, I went into a trance with the Creator for a moment and said, "Oh God, I am aware that I have been defrauded right now, but I remember your words that I saw in my dream, and I surrender to you right now and did what I wanted." Contrary to those who think that life will always promise victories, rightly or wrongly, it is more peaceful to think that I will use my right to be scammed and be on the list of creators in the big court. In addition, the fact that the divine balance is always full of surprises means that we can test other candid apples.